How the narcissist reacts when they leave but you don't chase them. Hey there, folks. Hope you're all having a fantastic day. Today, I want to delve into a topic that hasn't received much airtime, at least not from my end, and I'm excited to explore it with you. We're diving deep into the realm of narcissistic anger and resentment, particularly when they perceive a lack of pursuit from their targets, despite their own efforts to belittle, ignore, and diminish them. Understanding the dynamics of a narcissist's emotional landscape is crucial, especially regarding those they consider their primary sources of validation. If you were one of these key suppliers, your reactions likely served as fuel to their ego, anchoring their sense of importance and self-esteem. Unintentionally, when you fail to meet their expectations or respond as anticipated, it wounds them deeply. A pivotal aspect of narcissistic behavior lies in their disposal tactics. The decision to discard is entirely theirs, dictated by their perceived saturation point. They meticulously manage their relationships, ensuring their sources of validation don't rebel prematurely. When they do cut ties, it's because they believe it's the opportune moment for you to exit their sphere. But wait, there's more to this narrative. The narcissist's initial assumption is that you're incapable of self-sufficiency, tethered to them by neediness and dependency. This conviction bolsters their sense of superiority and reinforces their illusion of dominance over you. Next, the narcissist is banking on your deep desire to be in their company. They crave the validation of their ego, the sense of dominance, and the belief that they are superior to others. They yearn for you to chase after them, a gesture that reinforces their perceived importance. In doing so, they aim to diminish your sense of significance in comparison to theirs. When they fail to receive the admiration and deference they seek, they harbor intense resentment and anger. Things take a peculiar turn when you don't respond as the narcissist anticipates during interactions. If you refrain from feeding their ego by pursuing them, it creates significant distress for them as it contradicts their expectations. This is because you are not providing the reaction they desperately crave to maintain their self-regulation. Contrary to conventional belief, narcissists don't exhibit self-control in the typical manner when faced with negative responses or indications of your inferiority. Instead, they struggle to regulate themselves when you deviate from their expected reactions. Their inability to elicit the desired response from you deprives them of the gratification they seek. Paradoxically, this absence of validation is beneficial for them as it shields them from negative feedback. This lack of emotional supply inflicts profound pain upon them, and this anguish lingers as they are unable to access the source of their self-assurance, namely you. Consequently, the absence of your presence disrupts their fragile confidence. Over time, they begin to attribute their suffering to your perceived abandonment, further deepening their resentment towards you. As their feelings of sadness, discontent, and inner turmoil become intertwined with thoughts of you, the narcissist begins to perceive you as the catalyst for their suffering. It's as if they hold you responsible for initiating this distress by failing to meet their expectations. Consequently, they harbor resentment towards you, feeling as though you're inflicting pain upon them by not conforming to their desires. Some may even perceive your lack of response as a personal attack, interpreting it as a deliberate refusal to provide the validation they seek for their self-regulation. At this juncture, the narrative takes a curious turn. Despite subjecting you to mistreatment, deceit, and devaluation, culminating in abandonment, the narcissist swiftly adopts a victim mentality. They perceive themselves as the ones wronged, attributing their daily anguish to your perceived neglect and refusal to prioritize their needs. Why? Because you're not sacrificing your well-being or bending to their will. Understanding how narcissists perceive and interpret relationships can be challenging for those unfamiliar with their mindset. Their perspective is often skewed and self-serving, driven by their own desires and demands. Recognizing this can aid in navigating interactions with them and anticipating their reactions when they don't receive the negative response they anticipate. As their pain intensifies, they may begin to cast blame on you, perceiving you as the source of their suffering, thereby distorting the dynamics of victimhood despite being the ones causing harm. One fascinating aspect of pain is its impartiality. Pain doesn't discriminate. It doesn't discern between right and wrong, sense and nonsense, order and chaos, or even the intricate workings of a narcissist's psyche. If a narcissist fails to self-regulate and attributes their pain to you, they'll inevitably cast you as the villain and themselves as the victim. Remarkably, this perspective persists even in the face of their own history of inflicting harm and damage upon you. Why? Because accountability poses a significant challenge for narcissists. They struggle to grasp the concept of responsibility, to own up to their actions, comprehend cause and effect, or engage in self-reflection. Rather than accepting culpability, they prefer to deflect blame onto others, absolving themselves of any wrongdoing. It's an innate incapacity for them to acknowledge their own faults and shortcomings. Instead, they seek someone else to shoulder the burden of their pain, invariably targeting you or whoever happens to be causing them distress at the moment. In a peculiar twist, narcissists seem to derive a perverse pleasure from their own pain. Before long, this pain morphs into anger, unveiling yet another facet of the narcissistic psyche. For the ego, directing anger towards you or others is a far more palatable option than confronting their own errors. In an ideal scenario with a mentally sound individual, acknowledging faults and assuming responsibility would come naturally. If someone emotionally stable caused harm or led to the end of a relationship, they would eventually introspect, accept their missteps, and seek reconciliation. After the storm settles, they would bravely face their reflection, ready to rectify their wrongs and pursue harmony. Such individuals can authentically confront their reflection in the mirror. However, this is a feat beyond the capabilities of narcissists. They adamantly refuse to gaze into the mirror of self-reflection, thus remaining oblivious to their contributions to any given situation. Consequently, there's no opportunity for reconciliation or accountability. Narcissists are incapable of self-examination or acknowledging their role in events, setting them apart from mentally healthy individuals. At times, narcissists may entertain the notion of reconciliation and yearn to rekindle the flame with you. However, they find themselves ensnared in a relentless cycle of anger and fury, an unbreakable loop that consumes their thoughts like a relentless roller coaster ride. Their minds become a whirlwind of contemplation, endlessly circling between thoughts of vengeance, denial, and the temptation to hoover you back into their orbit, a term borrowed from a renowned vacuum cleaner brand, emblematic of their scheme to re-establish contact. They vacillate between the desire to reignite the flame with you and the urge to seek solace in the arms of another, a fleeting distraction from their tumultuous emotions. But do narcissists truly experience anger? Indeed they do. When others fail to conform to their expectations and aid them in regulating their emotions, narcissists are plagued by fits of rage. Curiously, witnessing the absence of suffering in others often fuels their satisfaction, as they perceive it as a personal affront. This underscores their delusion of omnipotence, as they believe everyone should be mired in misery to afford them even a modicum of joy and stability. Thus, the narcissist's warped notion of happiness hinges precariously on the agony of others. Narcissists navigate through a labyrinth of twisted thoughts and actions, illustrating the complexity and often erroneous nature of their perceptions about relationships and emotions. Their purported pursuit of tranquility often masks a deeper need to assert dominance and maintain their psychological equilibrium. Trapped within an unending loop of resentment, vengeance, and denial, they showcase their entrenchment in these destructive cognitive patterns. Moreover, their reliance on others' suffering to derive satisfaction underscores the collateral damage inflicted by their behavior. Understanding these intricate dynamics can prove invaluable in mitigating the impact of narcissistic actions. In essence, traversing the convoluted terrain of vanity can be daunting. We hope the insights shared here have shed light on the workings of narcissistic minds. If you found this content valuable, we encourage you to engage with it by liking, commenting, and sharing. Your involvement truly matters, and we cherish your feedback and contributions. Feel free to share this video to extend its reach and subscribe to our channel for more enriching content. Your support fuels our endeavor to provide you with meaningful and enlightening insights. Thank you for your time and interest. What do narcissists dread most when met with your silence? What message does it convey to them? From my standpoint, it's a powerful tactic for removing them from your life if that's your goal. If you're genuinely dedicated to ridding yourself of the narcissist and escaping the pain, turmoil, and trauma they bring into the relationship, complete silence can work wonders in bidding farewell to a narcissist for good. Many people underestimate the power of silence. It's not just a tactical move, it's your ultimate ally and a potent form of self-care. Let me emphasize, choosing not to engage with a toxic individual is an act of self-preservation. It's not always easy, I know. However, when you manage to implement it, it's often your best bet. And remember, we're talking about individuals with harmful narcissistic traits here. We're dealing with energy vampires. That's what you're grappling within or breaking free from a relationship with a narcissist. Especially for empaths, the absence of robust codependency recovery tools leaves you feeling utterly drained and depleted. And you know what? That's because you are. Narcissists thrive on heightened emotions, reveling in emotional chaos and the darkest vibes you can throw their way, your fear, anguish, anxiety, confusion, and discomfort. They grin like Cheshire cats when they successfully rattle you. If they realize they can get under your skin, you're the perfect prey, a prime source of narcissistic fuel. What follows is a full-on vampire mode. Narcissists will poke, provoke, and intentionally stir you up, whether subtly or aggressively, to elicit an emotional reaction. Why? So they can feast on that negative emotional energy. They'll go to great lengths to trigger a high-voltage response, consuming your reactivity like a sinister entity. Simply put, your intense emotional reaction becomes their feast. Once again, they thrive on your powerful negative emotions, emotions they deliberately provoke with malicious intent. It's akin to demons feeding on human suffering and agony. Let's not fool ourselves. There's a connection. Destructive narcissists operate in much the same way. Individuals navigating life deliberately causing significant relationship turmoil, whether through active or passive manipulation and provocation. They purposefully seek to unsettle you, inflicting harm, discomfort, or profound pain while sowing chaos, trauma, and drama. Why? To drain you of your vitality. This behavior not only exhibits strong narcissistic traits, but screams a pattern of destructive narcissism, encompassing their overwhelming entitlement and profound lack of empathy. With that said, choosing silence in the face of a narcissist, without resorting to passive-aggressive tactics, or seeking attention as they do with a silent treatment, is a bold move. It means embracing silence with clarity and confidence, even when it's challenging. When you silence with courage, strength, and convey that the narcissist holds no power over you, you send a clear message that their manipulation tactics won't work. By maintaining silence with firm boundaries, you signal that there's no narcissistic supply to be gained from you. You remain in control of your emotions, firmly rooted in your identity, composed and detached. This consistent stance denies the narcissist the emotional and energetic fuel they crave to feel significant. You prioritize your well-being by cutting off their lifeline, your vital energy. As you uphold this silence over time, the narcissist is left starved for validation. Eventually, they'll be forced to seek supply elsewhere, and you'll find the peace you deserve. Isn't that what you truly want? You don't need to win arguments with a narcissist or have the last word. It won't change anything, and they won't listen or change their behavior. If your goal is peace and healthy relationships, silence is your best ally. Combine this with focusing on your healing and breaking the cycle of abuse. Ignoring a narcissist is a powerful strategy. By treating them as invisible and not engaging with their toxicity, you prioritize your well-being and surround yourself with stable individuals. Cut ties to prevent emotional manipulation and force them to seek supply elsewhere. Eventually, they'll realize they can't manipulate you anymore and may try to return. Stay firm in your boundaries and continue to assert your independence. Treating them as insignificant is the quickest way to break free from their grip. I understand the struggle if you're still caught in the trap of seeking approval and pleasing others. I've been there too, so I can relate. It can feel overwhelming to embark on a healing journey, especially when we seek validation from those incapable of providing genuine love or approval. These individuals often mirror our unresolved wounds and traumas. As empaths, we naturally embody kindness, warmth, and empathy, but sometimes we forget to prioritize our own well-being. What if we began by showing ourselves love and care? What if we made ourselves the primary focus of our affection and honor? However, let's not overlook the reality of dealing with highly manipulative individuals in the realm of destructive narcissism. Regardless of how empathetic or well-intentioned we are, these individuals simply don't understand kindness, sincerity, or authenticity. It doesn't register in their world. While it's important to spread love and compassion, especially to ourselves, it's crucial to remember who we're dealing with in the realm of destructive narcissism. Kindness, sincerity, and courtesy often go unnoticed by these individuals and may even invite further mistreatment. So, let's keep in mind the harsh reality. Being nice won't permanently rid us of narcissists. If you believe that your kind, compassionate nature will suffice in dealing with a destructive narcissist, you're mistaken. Silence becomes your most potent tool to express your needs and remove them from your life, allowing you to regain control. Despite appearances, narcissists lack genuine personal authority. Don't be fooled by their facade. Beneath the surface, these individuals lack true substance. Consequently, interactions with them inevitably center around dominance, control, and power, whether overtly or subtly, influencing your perceptions and dictating the narrative. When they realize they can't control you, they'll intensify their efforts to manipulate how others perceive you. Remember, be cautious of whose words you trust, as the speaker may be the manipulator. This holds particularly true when dealing with a narcissist. They'll craft any narrative that serves their agenda, even if it means turning others against you. Prepare for this and focus on managing what you can while prioritizing your self-care. Don't invest too much energy trying to convince others of your truth or worth. Those who truly know and care about you will see through the falsehoods. If someone chooses to believe the negative narrative, don't let it undermine your confidence. Embarking on your healing journey can fortify you against these trials. It may not be effortless, but it signifies personal growth. While it stings when others propagate falsehoods about you, silence can serve as your ally in such situations. Once you go silent on a narcissist, their smear campaign becomes their only recourse. They'll attempt to maintain a facade of power and control by spreading falsehoods. Narcissists crave control, so they'll concoct any narrative to achieve it. When you choose silence, brace yourself for the smear campaign, but focus on managing what you can handle and prioritize self-care to find a place of greater contentment. As you move forward, remember that genuine allies will always offer you the space to share your truth, while those swayed by toxic rumors are best left behind. Embrace change, release what no longer uplifts you, and prioritize self-care because you deserve nothing less. I'd like to express a sincere thank you to our incredible viewers who make our content possible. If you appreciate what we create and want to show your support, consider contributing as little as $1 on our Ko-fi page. Every donation, regardless of size, goes a long way in helping us maintain and improve the quality of our content. As a special token of gratitude for those who become members, your name will be featured at the beginning of our videos, showcasing our appreciation for your generous support. Your backing empowers us to continue producing the content you love, and we're deeply thankful for your contribution to our community. Find the Ko-fi link in the description below and join us on this journey. Don't forget to hit the like button if this message resonated with you. Subscribe to stay connected with our supportive community and share this video with anyone who might find it beneficial. Also, check out the link in the description for information about my free book and the opportunity for a one-on-one consultation. Your journey toward a better life begins now. Thank you for being here, and I look forward to connecting with you in the next one. Today's video will reveal the one thing that narcissists are most afraid of, and they'll do anything to keep it from anyone else. A narcissist will always try to put on a show that makes them look like they can do and know anything. What they look like aside, they're scared of a few things, one of which makes their days stressful. Narcissists are known to be self-centered and vain. They believe we put them at the heart of everything we do because they are unable to believe otherwise. People who are narcissists often try to act smart and reasonable, but they're always at odds with themselves. They always have to pick what's real and what's not. Other people are hurt and used by them because they fear being hurt or used by others. They feel like they need to act first because they believe everyone is out to get them. Even though they always think the worst, they always act happy and charming to hide their inner fears. But why do they think this? Today, I want to be clear about this. But first, thanks for watching this movie. If you could help this channel grow by sharing this movie with friends, family, or other people you care about, that would be great. If this is your first time here, please subscribe to this channel so that you don't miss any future changes. Thank you for your help. Now I'm going to talk about how narcissists see you as a copy of themselves. How does this make them feel? How does it affect the people around them? And how does it connect to their need to be in charge? Narcissists often start by blaming others for their own flaws, bad motives, bad feelings, and so on. That is, they don't own up to what they do and instead point the finger at other people. The narcissist, on the other hand, thinks that everyone is out to get them. They plan, cheat, and lie when they're with other people. They always feel like they need to be on guard against a threat that doesn't exist, but seems very real to them. And it's all because they are afraid. They think that other people don't like them and want to hit them or say bad things about them. Yes, This can happen to anyone, but let's focus on narcissists for now, because their fear is so much bigger than ours. You can tell a narcissist doesn't care about or trust other people when you get close to them. The mean or rude things they say in public might sound like jokes, but they're really just letting you know how they feel. To their surprise, though, most people believe they are kidding. One way they are mean or put someone down is through dark humor. They think everyone else does too, because they treat everything like a game. Even if it's only in their heads, they believe that everyone else is fake, sneaky, always looking for ways to take advantage of others, and a liar. Being the best is the most important thing for narcissists. It doesn't matter if you win or lose. They need to be ready for everything all the time. They want everyone to believe them, even if no one else does. This game is won by the best person. They treat you like an enemy because they believe everyone else is against them and is like them. It's another reason why they see everyone as a threat. Because they are afraid, they don't trust or like other people, which makes things worse. If you can do something they can't, they will hate and dislike you even more over time. They don't understand how anyone else could be truly happy and content, because they're not happy or content themselves. They need other people to agree with them in order to live. It's hard for them to understand that you're unique. They don't believe you're better than them. They hurt you in part to show you at your worst. They'd do anything to make you mad. They would point the finger at you and blame you to make you feel bad about yourself. They make you feel confused and sad because they mess with your thoughts and feelings. Narcissists only want to show that they are better than you and that you should pay attention to them. A lot of people who have been hurt by a narcissist fear them the same way the narcissist fears them. They feel like they can't handle things by themselves. They are very good at getting other people, especially close friends and family, to take on their bad traits and feelings. Someone who is a narcissist can pull you into their world so that you can't leave until you become what they want you to be. The narcissist thinks we are that person, but that's not who we are. If we work hard and love ourselves, we can get through these problems just fine. Nasty people want us to believe what they make up about us. Narcissists, on the other hand, always have a lot of paranoia and other bad feelings. It's a big part of who they are. This person is always tense because they are afraid. They are afraid of being judged or made to feel bad because they don't want to be seen. They see the world and people in it differently after doing it. Every part of their lives is filled with fear, which makes them hold a low frequency. This kind of person is driven by a strong fear. But when they feel like they have power over other people and their environment, the fear goes away. It turns into ego. Narcissists won't see you as a threat as long as they're in charge of your life. They think this game is all about being in charge and having the most points. They can't see the truth because they are scared. There's also a danger that they believe the enemy is outside when it's really inside them. Don't forget that the narcissist fears you the most. Watch out for these people and take care of yourself. I hope this short summary helps. Leave a comment below telling us what you think and what you've been through. If you want to see more videos, you can subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the bell icon below the movie. Thanks for taking the time and being interested.